to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a whole lot of thing and I come from study. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing. But now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street line. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the street sometimes.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back. This is the second game of our doubleheader here at Parkview Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is the home of the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, the High A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. But tonight, it is the home to the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Classic. Good news, folks, it looks like we do have our YouTube stream going. Must have been some technical difficulties going on there, but it looks like we got the stream going on YouTube. Had some problems with that for the first game, so apologies for that. Unfortunately, it does happen sometimes, but it looks like we've got everything going for the second game of our doubleheader, and this should be a good one between the Homestead Spartans and the Carroll Chargers. We're talking about two teams that have had really good seasons in recent years, a lot of really good seasons. Carroll, they're a two-time state champion under current head coach Dave Ginder. Homestead has had a lot of really good winning seasons, and they're having another really good winning season this year. They are 15-9 overall this season, so Homestead's having a great season. Carroll's 11-8 this year, having a good season with some quality wins under their belt. They've beaten Columbia City. Columbia City does certainly have a decent team, and recently they split with Penn. Penn usually has a really good ball club, and they beat Snyder last night. That was a game that was rescheduled from a week ago Saturday. It was supposed to be a doubleheader. They ended up playing one game last night, and Carroll was the winner, 14-3. And now today, the Chargers play the Homestead Spartans, fresh off sweeping the Snyder Panthers this past Saturday. That's what Homestead did. Now, they did have another game since then where they lost to Bishop Dwenger on the road at World Baseball Academy. So, unfortunately, that one didn't go the way that Homestead wanted, but they did beat Dwenger earlier this season in a 9-5 win. At the time, the Spartans got to 4-1 with that W, and then beat Southside the very next day, 20-0. They've also split with Wapahani on the road and split with Cathedral at home, a 13 loss in Game 1, a 7-2 win in Game number 2 for the Homestead Spartans. So things are going good for Homestead. Things are going good for Carroll. For Carroll, they'd obviously like to be better than 11-8, but they are having an overall good season. And again, they're coming off that win against Snyder last night. A Snyder team that has graduated some really good talent, but still is having a fairly good season as well. Homestead trying to get win number 16 on the season. The Spartans will take the field. They'll be the home team for this game, and we'll be back in about a minute and 10 seconds.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Welcome back to Parkview Field here in downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we are just about ready for baseball here between the Carroll Chargers and the Homestead Spartans. These are 2 independent teams, not part of any conference, at least not in baseball they're not. Carroll will start off with Alder Kellums, the center fielder. He'll be followed by Riley Geiger and Rhett Swoverland. Those are the first 3 hitters in the lineup. Obviously, there's 9 batters in the lineup. I'll get you the rest in just a moment as this pitch is taken upstairs for ball 1. Eli Newhouser, Blake Fitzpatrick, and Cooper Nichols round out the middle of the order. Swing and a miss. Mason Gutman is on the mound for Homestead. Meanwhile, it's Patrick Caines, Carter Irons, and Aiden Corzine rounding out the bottom third of the order for the Carroll Chargers. Lace to left field. That's a base hit for Kellums to lead off the ball game. And that'll send up Riley Geiger. Kellums was hitting .350 on the year coming into that plate appearance. He's the second leading run producer for the Chargers. It sounded like Chris Stapleton on the speakers as singing Riley Geiger's walk-up song as he takes a first pitch strike. Geiger, a .224 hitter, 9 RBIs. He comes up with a man aboard. Throw back to first, and that's not in time. Pitch from Gutman. There goes the runner, and he's going to have to go back as Geiger fouls it off. And Carroll's led by a longtime head coach, 2-time state champion Dave Ginder. Of course, Dave's brother Dan Ginder remains the athletic director at Carroll High School, as this one's going foul and out of play. Speaking of longtime staff, longtime assistant coach Brett Windmiller remains a part of the Carroll staff. He was throwing pitches to the kids in the batting cage just before this game got started. We've got an 0-2 count. And Geiger looked at it, and apparently it was the right move. I thought that pitch might have caught the top of the zone, but that is not the call. And it's a 1-2 count. Upstairs, 2-2. So far, Gutman, a 1-1 record, 6.0 earned run average. He has 27 strikeouts, but also 17 walks. Started this game giving up a single to Kellums. There goes Kellums. The pitch is high, and the throw is not in time. Alder Kellums swipes the bag at second. And the Chargers already with a man in scoring position. The count is 3-2 on Riley Geiger. And you certainly are looking to at least move the runner here if you're Geiger, but a base hit perhaps gets him in, but instead it's a swing and a miss for strike three, and a huge strikeout for Gutman for out number one. That'll send up Rhett Swoverlin. Swoverlin batting .250 on the season. Just 3 RBIs, but he comes up with a scoring chance. The kids from Bryan High School, they're dancing along to the walk-up song, which of course is Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus. Swung on and missed by Swoverlin. Swoverlin's only got 3 RBIs this year, but he comes up with a run-producing chance. And Homestead does have early action in the pen. Gutman trying to bear down. That's a good pitch right down the heart of the plate. So now if you're Swoverlin, you got to be thinking swinging anything close. Not swinging anything, but anything close. Kick in the 0-2. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. They did not get the tag at third, but Swoverlin does strike out. However, on the strikeout, Kellums makes it to third. That'll send up Eli Newhouser. He's got 6 RBIs so far this season. Newhouser has homered this year. Looks like he's one of 4 Chargers to have homered in this season. He comes up with an RBI chance, but he gets a strike on the corner from Gutman. So guys from the Carroll High School broadcast team. That one's in there for a called strike. I know one of the guys who works for the Carroll student-run broadcasts also runs camera here for the Tin Caps. The 0-2 on the way. That's slapped foul by Newhouser. Newhouser, I beg your pardon. Hitting just .235 on the season, but this is a great scoring chance for the Chargers. That was Cooper Nichols, who's in the hole, who went to get that ball. He's got his knee guards on because he's in the hole, but he is the starting catcher for the Chargers in this game. So if out number 3 should take place either on this at-bat or the next at-bat, then Nichols has to make sure he's ready to go out there. At this point, he's got the knee guards on. He just needs the mask and his chest protector. 2-2 the count. Newhouser trying to keep this inning going a little bit longer, and he will for at least one more pitch with that foul. Wind looks like it is blowing out. I was going to say towards center field. The flag, the American flag out in right center field behind the Ruoff Mortgage lawn seats, looks like it's blowing straight out beyond the center field fence. That's high, ball 3. This was an 0-2 count not too long ago. Line drive, base hit. Newhouser, the RBI single to get Kellums home, and it's 1-0 Carroll. And how about that with an 0-2 count? Newhouser was able to battle back and get the knock as Blake Fitzpatrick, the third baseman, stands in. Swing and a miss. Fitzpatrick batting .200 on the year. And again, you got the catcher Cooper Nichols, who's now on deck, and he's a dangerous hitter, as far as run production is concerned, at least. This one's going out of play. I talked about home runs earlier. This Carroll team has a grand total of 7 home runs this season, but home runs come a little harder in a ballpark like Parkview Field. That's in the dirt. There goes Newhouser, and he's into second, sliding in, but he didn't really need to. Gutman had an 0-2 count on Newhouser. Newhouser worked the count full and then got the RBI single to get Carroll on the board. Oh, my goodness. I thought for all the world that was strike 3. Instead, it's called ball 2. Did he go? Bile wants the appeal, and on the appeal, he did not go. I will admit it did look like the bat only went halfway, didn't quite reach the plate. So it is a 3-2 count. And that's in the dirt. A huge 2-out walk. Carroll's already got a run on the board. Newhouser the RBI single. Fitzpatrick walks. And again, with the count at 0-2, he works it full and then ultimately draws the walk. And now Cooper Nichols, who's got 15 RBIs and 3 home runs this year, comes to the plate. 2 doubles as well. He gets a double here. It's easily 1 run, maybe 2. Called strike on the inside corner. Of course, you also got to think runners will be going on contact here with 2 outs. Well, there's some contact, but it's a hard foul to the Homestead dugout. Nick Bile was awful close to getting hit by that. These teams will play again at Homestead High School on Thursday. They've already played at Carroll. Homestead was the winner there. Carroll trying to exact some revenge here in the PSM Baseball Classic. The 0-2 is high, and Gutman trying to finish off and at bat. He lost Newhouser with 2 strikes, ultimately gave up the hit, and then walked Fitzpatrick. And that one is going to hit Nichols. We're going to get a courtesy runner. Nichols is the catcher. And I believe that's Hammond. Beckett Hammond coming out to courtesy run. 5'10" sophomore. Patrick Kane at the dish. He's hitting .500, but that's in 6 at-bats. If anything, it says he's hitting well when he's up there. 2 RBIs this year, and a base hit gets 1 RBI, might get 2, might even get 3. Umpire just gave a new baseball to Mason Gutman. Eli Newhouser with the RBI single to make this 1-0 score possible. That was after Alder Kellums led off with a single. He then stole second, eventually went to third. Kick in the 0-1, and that's going out of play. Another 0-2 count. But the last 3 hitters have had 0-2 counts. They're all standing on base. Laced up the middle. Right there is Charlie Herr. He races to second and gets the final out of the inning. Charlie Herr, fielding his position at short, makes a fine play. But the Chargers get on the board first in this rivalry game. 1-0 is your score. And I will go ahead and show you the replay of how this game got to be 1-0 before I give you Homestead's starting lineup. Our replays are brought to you by the folks at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Now, Newhouser did pull the ball here, but this is hitting them where they ain't. He found a soft spot between short and third, and Newhouser with the RBI single to get Kellums home after he had singled early in that first inning. So we get ready to go to the bottom of the first inning. The lineup for Homestead looks like this. Shane Bardwell, the right fielder, leads things off. He'll be followed by Luke Haley, the third baseman. Gray Stockwell, the center fielder, bats third. Charlie Herr, the shortstop, bats fourth. Aiden Phillips, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Blake Melton, the second baseman, bats sixth. Connor Deem, the first baseman, bats seventh. Sam Marquell, the left fielder, bats eighth. Catcher Nolan Rogers rounds out the batting order for the Carroll Chargers. Aiden Steffen is the starting pitcher for the Carroll Chargers. Even though Homestead is down right now, they've got a plenty dangerous lineup as Bardwell takes on the corner for a strike. That one missed. Lifted in the air to center field, but Kellums ranges to his right and makes the catch. So Bardwell, hitting over 300 on the year, flies out to start this ball game for Homestead, and here comes Luke Haley. Luke Haley batting .412 on the year, 29 RBIs. He has homered twice. Again, this is a big ballpark, but we have seen some home runs hit at Parkview Field before. In fact, I remember a former Homestead Spartan who could hit a whole lot of home runs. That was Carter Matheson. Once homered here twice in a doubleheader against Wapahani. I think he ended up having, 24 home runs that year? He's in the Phillies organization, but I think he's currently with Single A Clearwater. The Clearwater Threshers. Now, Clearwater's a nice place to live. But obviously, when you're in the Phillies organization, you want to make your way up to Philadelphia. Swinging a high fly ball to the right side. Newhouser into foul ground. Does he have a play? Almost did. Lands right over his glove. That was almost say hey Willie time. Haley's still battling. Started off ahead in the count 2-0, but Steffen has battled back to work the count even. Swing and a miss. He gets the strikeout. Two early outs for Steffen, and so far not a base runner for the Spartans. Gray Stockwell will step to the plate. Steffen with a 2.66 ERA. He is 5-2 on the mound this season. And if he can put together a good performance, which right now it's so far so good in that department, that might be just what the doctor ordered for these Carroll Chargers. They got blown out by Homestead the last time around. That pitch is down in the dirt. Gray Stockwell, a dangerous hitter. He takes that one for a ball. Stockwell batting .423, 21 RBIs, 5 home runs. That's right on the corner. Good location there from Steffen. Another dangerous hitter in Charlie Herr due up on deck. Full count here on Stockwell. And again, he can make things happen at the plate. But Stephan making things happen on the mound. That's his second strikeout that inning. We've played through one with Carroll on top 1-0. And we're just about to go to the top of the second inning here at the PSM Baseball Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
To the second inning, 1-0 in favor of Carroll. I'll go ahead and give you the defense for Homestead. Didn't get a chance to do that in the first inning, but Connor Deem is the starter at first base. Blake Melton starts at second. Charlie Herr starts at short. Luke Haley at third. Sam Marquell is the left fielder. Gray Stockwell is in center. Shane Bardwell is in right. Nolan Rogers is the catcher for Homestead, and Mason Gutman, as we mentioned, is on the mound. Now, Gutman had to labor through a tough inning there in the top of the first. Ultimately only gave up one run. Carroll ended up loading the bases. That was after they had gotten their one run. That one run, however, did come with 2 outs. An RBI single by Eli Newhouser as Carter Irons gets set to lead things off for the Chargers. He's a .250 hitter, a senior. 7 RBIs, and I think Gutman wanted a new baseball there. He'll get one. Hit toward third, and that is going to be dropped. Herr had a beat on it. It got over Luke Haley. Herr looked like he had a play, and that is going to be scored as an error on Charlie Herr. It seems strange to be saying that because I remember seeing Charlie Herr come into play second base last year against Fisher as a spot start. He wasn't originally scheduled to start that game, but he got his chance and took advantage. Tonight he's at second, not short. Squaring to bunt is Aiden Corzine, and he fouled it off. Corzine batting .340 this season. 61 plate appearances. He is the 9-hole hitter, but he's been productive out of that 9-hole. 9 RBIs as well. Breaking ball way outside. There goes the runner. Was that fouled off? The pitch is a strike. I think they're saying it was a swing and a miss. If it's a swing and a miss, the runner's free to advance. If it's a foul ball, he's got to go back. The umpires are going to discuss this. The Bryan guys up here are shouting foul ball. I didn't know they had a dog in this fight. It's been ruled a foul ball. And Irons has to go back to first. So Homestead benefits from that call. Again, because it's a foul ball, the runner cannot advance. Had it been a swing and a miss, Irons would be free to advance. It is a 1-2 count on Corzine. Throw back to first. Irons is in. Swing and a miss. Gutman battles back to get the strikeout. At this point, that's 3 strikeouts for Gutman, but he's got the top of the order coming to the plate with Alder Kellums, A-L-D-E-R. Not Aiden. I was about to say Aiden. Got caught halfway between. But his name is Alder. This one's popped foul. That was some happy feet by Irons. And that was a look out below moment. More like look out above. Looked like the young lady who's running camera for Carroll was able to get out of the way. Kellum singled his last time up. It was a decent-sized lead for Irons over there at first. But Kellen singled the other way his last time up and eventually came around to score on Eli Newhouser's RBI single. He also stole second. Upstairs, too tall. There goes the runner. Fouled off again. And this time it's not even a question. That was definitely a foul ball. Irons has to return to first. Another throw to first. Gutman is paying a lot of attention to Irons over there at first base, and he's been on the move quite a bit over there. Not going this time. It's ball two. There goes Irons again. Fouled off again. Now the downside for Homestead is if Rogers had caught that, that would be strike three. As it is, it's still a 2-2 count. Down and away, full count. Now, Gutman does have 3 strikeouts in this game, but he had 3 straight hitters come up and fall behind 0-2 in the top of the first inning. They all ended up reaching base. There goes the runner again. He's got to go back again. Irons is keeping the Spartans on their toes. Is Irons running? He hasn't run on every pitch, but he has run on several of them. Ball 4. Didn't need to run. So Kellums reaches base for the second time, and Riley Geiger is next up for Carroll. Geiger with 9 RBIs this year, .224 hitter. He was a strikeout victim his last time up, but he comes up with runners on first and second here. A golden chance for the Chargers. Just 1 out so far. Flared into center field, and that is down for a base hit in front of Stockwell. The bases will be loaded. Irons had to hold up at second in case that ball would have been caught, but it gets down. And Rhett Swoverland will stand in for Carroll. Only 1 out here in the second, and they've loaded the bases for the second inning in a row. They did not get any runs out of that opportunity last time. They did score in the first, but that was before they loaded up the bases. Swing and a miss. Looks like Homestead is about to get some action going in the bullpen. Laced up the middle. Herr's got it. Steps on the bag. Throws to first. Double play. Charlie Herr gets the Spartans out of a jam. You couldn't ask for a better result if you're Homestead. Not the way that inning was going. Officially a 6-3 double play turned by Charlie Herr. And I'll give you a look at that replay. It's brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. That ball came close to nicking Gutman. Charlie Herr wasn't fazed by it. Now, he did have the drop earlier this inning, but he made up for it big time. Steps on the bag for out number 2, fires to first for out number 3, and it remains a 1-0 lead. Carroll has loaded the bases twice. They have not scored out of either of those opportunities. You do see a 1-0 lead for Carroll on the scoreboard. That run came before they loaded the bases. In the top of the first. I'll get one word in from our sponsors. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. We've got more sponsors to hear from as the night goes on. As for Homestead, they'll send the middle of their order to the plate, and this is the guy that just turned 2 to get out of the top of the second inning. Charlie Herr takes a first pitch strike. Charlie Herr, Aiden Phillips, and Blake Melton all due up. That one's way outside. Homestead does have some action in the bullpen. Laced down the left field line, but that is foul. And had that screen not been there, that ball would have been in the Evans Toyota field boxes. Charlie Herr has been having a really good season. He's hit a few home runs this year. Swing and a miss. That ball's in the dirt. Herr's headed to second. Headed to first. The throw to first is in time from Cooper Nichols to complete the strikeout. That's already strikeout number 3 for Aiden Steffen. And Aiden Phillips is the next man up for Homestead. Phillips takes a strike on the first pitch he gets. He's batting .321 on the season. 2 doubles, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Did he go? Yes, he did. This is a great start to this game for Aiden Steffen, and this is not an easy lineup to set down. But he's set down the first 5 men he's faced. 4th strikeout of the game for Steffen. Blake Melton will try to get Homestead off the schneid here in inning number 2. Melton, a .321 hitter, has 13 RBIs, and that's a well-hit ball down the line. That's going to drop in the corner. Melton slipped on the bag at first, and because of that, he'll get a double. Can't help but wonder what would have happened had he not slipped on the bag. But it is an extra base hit for Melton with 2 outs here in the second. Well, that breaks up the perfect game as well as the no-hitter. And that's going to send up Connor Dean. .286 hitter with 8 RBIs and a scoring chance for the Spartans. Up until that double by Melton, Homestead had not had a runner reach base. Geiger paying a lot of attention to Melton over at second. That pitch does catch the strike zone. 0-1 the count. That also catches the zone. 0-2. Team trying to, at the very least, move that runner and put runners on the corners. He sends it up the middle. Irons comes in, gathers it, and his throw is in time. Carter Irons with a good throw from short. Homestead threatens but does not score. And we will go to the 3rd inning after this break. You're watching the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
It's the Carroll Chargers leading 1-0. Carroll has 3 hits, 1 hit for Homestead. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. And again, we've got more sponsors to hear from as we go on. But this is Eli Newhouser, who's driven in the game's only run so far. He gets a breaking ball for a called strike. Carroll has loaded the bases 2 innings in a row. The 1 run they have on the scoreboard came before they loaded the bases in the first. It's a brief time called there by Newhouser. It was Newhouser's RBI single that got Carroll on the board as he takes a pitch outside the zone. The 1-2, bounced to first, but foul. The 1-2 is upstairs. Gutman does have 3 strikeouts in this ball game, but he's also been close to striking out batters. Struggled to finish it off, but he finished that one off with a strikeout of Newhouser. That's a big strikeout since Newhouser was able to touch up Gutman for an RBI single earlier. And Fitzpatrick, who walked his last time up, stands in with 1 out and nobody on. And that one does catch the zone. Had a little break to it. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Might have gotten a piece of it. Count goes to 0-2. Well, Fitzpatrick gets aboard. Cooper Nichols would be the next man up. That's close, but not close enough. That one's in there. Called strike 3. Gutman starts off the third with back-to-back Ks. Cooper Nichols was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's a dangerous hitter. His average is .207, but he has 15 RBIs and 3 home runs. I thought that ball skipped. If that's the case, that must have caught the bottom of the zone and had a crazy dip to it. Speaking of crazy dips, Rogers had to slide his body to his right to stop that from going to the screen. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of Rogers. It's a 1-2 count. Good inning so far for Gutman, but Carroll has been tough to sit down. Nichols will stay alive. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. The 1-2 on its way. And that's down and in. Nichols will get another pitch. Two. That is way outside. Looked like Gutman was trying to get it to bend back over the zone. Did not bend nearly as much as he wanted it to. Full count on Nichols. Swing and a miss. And 1-2-3 go the Chargers here in the third. That's the first time that's happened in this ball game. Gutman strikes out the side there in inning number 3. And that's a huge confidence boost for him, especially after seeing the Chargers load the bases the first 2 innings. And now it's time to get a few more words in from our sponsors. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in our area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board, and together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. For more, visit online.sf.edu. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I am happy to say that it looks like we were able to get things figured out with our YouTube channel and able to stream this game on our YouTube channel, which was not the case for our first game, but we're able to stream this one on our YouTube channel once again. Of course, you can catch our broadcasts of high school sports on our YouTube channel, but if you want postseason action, you got to go to ihsaatv.org. This is Sam Marquell, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, at the plate with a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. That pitch had some nice break to it. Marquell, a .273 hitter, 4 RBIs. Right now he's trying to get a man on base for Homestead. They've had one man on base, and he pulls that one foul. I do believe we've got postseason boys volleyball action going on with Joe Northern on the call. Swing and a miss. Aiden Steffen with yet another strikeout. His 5th of this game. His 5th of this game. High heat from Steffen to get the strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Steffen. And we're back to the top of the order in Shane Bardwell. .339 hitter with 7 RBIs. A lefty who can drive the baseball. Check that, 6 RBIs, 7 doubles. He hasn't yet homered this year. Homestead does have some guys who have gone yard, but Bardwell has not yet done that. He takes that one downstairs for ball 1. Bardwell's 0 for 1 in this game. He flew out to center his last time up. He's one of the few Homestead hitters who's been able to make contact. That's in the dirt, 2-1. Steffen's been tough to hit tonight. Looks to me like the wind, I thought for a second maybe it was blowing in. That was hard hit, but foul. Nick Bile didn't have to move too much. Now he's going to move to go get that stray ball. If Bardwell reaches base, Luke Haley is the next man up for Homestead. one runs inside on him, and the count runs full. On the ground towards second. Oh, nice play. Geiger turns his feet. Close play. Safe. Infield single for Bardwell. That was a very close play. Might take another look at this. Try to take a quick look. As Haley's still getting in the box. May have to cut this replay a little early, but here's another look. Does he actually beat this throw? Boy, it is bang, bang. Honestly, watching it live, I thought Geiger got him. Throw back is not in time. Honestly, watching that replay, it looked like he might have gotten him. Of course, the umpire was a lot closer to the play than I was. And, of course, if you rule that the ball and the runner got to the bag at the same time, tie goes to the runner. That ball's laced to the opposite field. Haley into the gap. Biles going to send Bardwell all the way home. Haley's into second. Bardwell's going to make it home. And Homestead is on the board. Bardwell scores all the way from first as Haley just ripped it into the gap. You get a runner on base, and Homestead's able to cash in. Here's Gray Stockwell, a strikeout victim his last time up. Of course, you could have said that about Luke Haley before that last at bat. And Stockwell's looking to give Homestead the lead with a swing like that. 0-1. I mentioned earlier this Homestead lineup is hard to sit down. Stephan had been sitting him down, but that was 2 huge hits for the Spartans at the plate. That's too tall, ball 1. Stockwell hitting .423 this season. Comes into this game with 6 RBIs. Went chasing that breaking ball, 1-2. Kick in the 1-2, and he fouled it off. That was a deceptive breaking ball. Of course, breaking balls always are deceptive. At first, I thought that was going to come in and hit Stockwell. Then it bent back over. It's a good read by Stockwell. 2-strike count, you got to swing at anything close. And he kept himself alive for at least one more pitch. That pitch too high. 2-2 the count on Stockwell. Luke Haley just doubled in the Spartans' first run. You got Shane Bardwell in all the way from first base. And this is a big ballpark. If you can find the gap here at Parkview Field as a high school ball player, there's a chance you can get a runner home from first all the way to the plate. Payoff pitch coming from Stephan, trying to keep this a tie ball game. It'll stay a tie ball game for at least one more pitch as Stockwell fouls it off. Homestead was no hit through the first 5 batters, and Blake Melton doubled down the right field line to get their first hit of the game. That was in the second. Shane Bardwell with an infield single here in this 3rd inning. Haley doubled him in. On the corner, called strike 3. Stockwell thought he was off to first. Instead, he's off to the dugout. But Homestead does tie the game at 1. Luke Haley's RBI double makes that possible. And we will be right back for the 4th inning after this break.
Game day, the moment athletes live for. the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, as I skimmed through the replay, Shane Bardwell actually was safe. Had to kind of skim slowly through it, but I could see that his foot did catch the bag before Newhouser caught the ball at first. So that was the tying run getting aboard. And how did he come home? With the help of Luke Haley. A hot shot to the right center field gap. And Bardwell came all the way home from first. And if you can shoot the gap in this ballpark, there's a good chance that you can get a runner home all the way from first. And that's exactly what Haley did. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Carroll looking to answer. Patrick Kane, the number 8 hitter, make that the number 7 hitter, coming to the plate, followed by Carter Irons and Aiden Corzine. The third inning was the only inning where Carroll didn't get anybody on base. They loaded the bases in the first and again in the second. Eli Newhouser's RBI single got the Chargers on the board. That's a first pitch strike from Mason Gutman. Out there for his fourth inning of work. The Spartans do have action in the pen. That ball's in the dirt. I thought that looked like number 6 who's throwing, which would be Alex McDonald. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Laced up the middle. Herr bobbles it, and he's not going to have a play. He knocked it down, but no throw to first. And that will be scored as an error. That's 2 errors on Charlie Herr, and I think if you were to ask Charlie Herr, I say this based on the way I've seen him play the infield, he'd probably tell you, I should have had that one. Herr's usually a very reliable infielder. That's the second time Irons has reached on an error today. Here's Aiden Corzine. Irons reached on an error to lead off the second. Carroll did end up loading the bases that inning, but did not score. Eli Newhouser drove home the Chargers' only run, and then Haley got one back for the Spartans. This one's popped up to the right side. Rogers gets rid of the mask, but that's out of play. That looks like one of those hockey-style masks. Yeah, that's definitely what that is. Similar to what the goalies wear. Probably stays more secure to your head as a catcher as opposed to the mask over the helmet. Bunt put down. Deem was playing back, and he will not have a play. He's got to eat it. It's a bunt single for Corzine. And the first 2 hitters for the Chargers this inning are aboard. And I beg your pardon, that was Irons who put down the bunt. This is Corzine. It was Kane who led off the inning, Irons who hit second, now Corzine batting now. And Corzine squares to bunt. He gets it down. That's going to stay fair. Throw comes to first, and it's in time. Corzine went slipping over the bag. He's out. That was Melton who came to cover first. Good job by Melton fielding his position. Scoring at home, that's 2-4 on the putout. But Carroll's got a chance to get the go-ahead run home. This is Alder Kellums. Homestead's going to bring the infield in. You got to think Kellums is looking to get this ball in the air. Easier said than done, but he hits it right through the glove of Haley. A run is in. A second run's coming home. The throw's cut off. It's a 2-run single for Kellums, and the Chargers lead it 3-1. Alder Kellums gets 2 runs back for Carroll. That was not an easy play over there at third, so that was a base hit. And now Riley Geiger stands in. Infielders go back to regular depth, for the most part at least. That bunt is popped up. It's well out of play. Nobody for Homestead had a chance to make the catch. Carroll was beat pretty bad by Homestead the last time around, and that was at Carroll High School, trying to get one back against the Spartans this time. 16-8 was the final back on May 4th. Nobody there to cover the bag, so Gutman eats it. That's a good pitch in there for a called strike. And by the way, we do have 1 out. There's a big gap to the right side. With a lefty at the dish, you got to think Kellums would be looking to go to that spot, although Melton covered up a lot of that ground just before the pitch was thrown. By the way, those RBIs for Kellums put him at 16 ribbies for the year. He's now the leading run producer for these Chargers. Popped up. Herr comes in, throws to first, close play. They got him. That will, however, move the runner to third. Geiger does his job. He'd like to make it runners on the corners. As it is, it's a runner on third, and Swoverlin coming to bat. Swoverlin has struck out and also grounded into a double play, but a base hit would get another run in for Carroll. Popped him up. That's going out of play. The 0-1 on its way, and that's off the plate. There have been plenty of good ball games between these two. I believe it was 2 years ago, either 2 years ago or 3 years ago. At this very ballpark, Carroll won a 1-0 game against Homestead. But then the two teams met again in regionals, and Homestead won in come-from-behind fashion. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. That regional game was in Plymouth. If you've never been to Plymouth's baseball field, it's actually located inside a park. Oh, that one runs in on Swoverlin, and he has to back out of the way. Swoverlin batting .250 this year. Has 3 RBIs, but a scoring chance for the Chargers. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes, but Carroll retakes the lead. They go up 3-1. And it happened off the bat of their leadoff hitter, Alder Kellums, who's now the leading run producer for the Chargers this season. Here's another look at the replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. And I was thinking he needed to lift that ball in the air, get it over the infield. Instead, he went right through the legs of Luke Haley at third. That's like hockey. You sneak it past the goalie and score the go-ahead goal. Only difference is a goal in hockey is always worth 1. That hit was worth 2 runs. Earn your edge this season. Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning as Charlie Herr stands in. On the ground towards second, Geiger is there, and Geiger makes the throw. 1 pitch, 1 out for Stefan on the mound to start this 4th. Aiden Phillips will stand in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So far, Carroll has out-hit Homestead 5-3, and a couple of errors have also plagued the Spartans. But the pitching of Aiden Stefan for Carroll has been solid. The 0-1 way downstairs. 1-1 the count. Did he go? They're saying he either did go or that it's a strike anyway. Here's the 1-2. Oh, that's called a strike. Well, Stefan's been pitching well, but I thought that was off the plate. As it is, it's strike 3. And Blake Melton comes up. He's the guy that broke up the perfect game back in the 2nd with a double. Here's another look at that last pitch. Does this actually catch the zone? Well, that one does. I think it's a pitch later, but I think I'm going to run out of time. That's outside. That's upstairs. Show it to you one more time. Yeah, I tell you what, from up here, that looks like it's in the batter's box. Three and one count here on Melton. And that one's a little bit upstairs, apparently. I tell you what, I thought that one caught the zone, but that's not the call. So Melton reaches base twice, and Connor Deem will stand in again with 2 outs. Deem's a .286 hitter, 8 RBIs, and right now trying to keep this 4th inning going and put together a little threat. Right now, Deem represents the tying run. That's on the ground to the left side. Irons backhands, long throw, got him! On a line to Newhouser. Carter Irons with a great throw. That's not just earning your edge, that's earning your keep. Carter Irons with a great throw from short. And it's worth another look. I'll go ahead and show you that look. This replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. I mean, there's one aspect of this that the throw was a long throw, but also that is on a line. That is on target, and give credit to Newhouser with that stretch over at first. Doing what a first baseman's supposed to do, and Irons doing what a shortstop is supposed to do. Huge put out from Carter Irons over there at short, and again, that replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Do have some more sponsors to hear from. It's always because of our sponsors that we bring you these broadcasts of high school sports, including the folks at TJW Industrial. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. I think that's still Gutman who's out there for Homestead. Carroll has put runners on in every inning except for the third. That's the only 1-2-3 inning that they have had to deal with in this ball game. Other than that, they've been able to get runners on, and they got one in the first. They got two in the fourth. Gutman's been able to strike guys out, but he's also had moments where he wasn't able to find the strike zone. And come to think of it, that looked like it was number 6, Alex McDonald, on the bump. Gutman's number 3. Try to get a better look at it here in a minute, but that looked like number 6, which would be Alex McDonald. Eli Newhouser already has an RBI in this ball game. An RBI single to get Carroll on the board. That breaking ball misses down low. A 1-0 count on Newhouser. He's 1 for 2 officially in this ball game. Good breaking ball. Popped him up on the infield. Gutman calls him off, and he'll make the catch. And I beg your pardon, that is McDonald. That is Alex McDonald, who's on the bump for the Homestead Spartans. They'll send up Blake Fitzpatrick. He's walked and struck out so far in this ball game. McDonald also a lefty, much like Gutman. He's been warming up in the pen. And I tell you what, watching his motion, I'm not sure if he's trying to throw knuckleballs out there. Swing and a miss. That looked like some heat. That one runs inside. It does not hit Fitzpatrick, but it came awful close. That was low, ball 3. Make that ball, yes, that is ball 3. McDonald has a 2.39 earned run average. This one's popped up. And Rogers is going to run out of room. McDonald with a 2.39 ERA, a 2-0 record. He's pitched 14 2/3 innings with 13 strikeouts, just 3 walks. He's got Fitzpatrick in a full count. Fitzpatrick pops that one up. Stockwell coming in. That won't be easy, but it's Stockwell who's there to make the catch. Lost his hat in the process, but he tracks down out number 2. That'll send Cooper Nichols to the plate. Popped up, and Deem is going to run out of room. Nichols does not have a hit in this ball game. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out, but he does have 15 RBIs this season. I believe it's 3 home runs for Nichols this year. It's not easy to hit a home run in Parkview Field, not for a high school ball player, but it has been done before. I think it was Owen Willard, if I'm not mistaken, from Eastside, who hit one here a few years ago. Carter Matheson hit several. That pitch is taken for a strike. 1-2 the count. Well, he hit 2 here at this ballpark. He hit several his senior year, about 24 as I recall. Former Homestead Spartan swing and a miss. McDonald gets the strikeout, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for McDonald on the mound. Carroll with a 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the fifth. We're back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 a cage, but I ain't really the game what we made. Shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably won't get me, I'm hopping out Lamborghinis. The Yankees turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't stay.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Carroll leading 3-1 over Homestead. They've out-hit Homestead 5-3, and Aiden Steffen has had himself a good ball game. Unofficially, I've got him for 8 strikeouts. That ball is in the dirt to Sam Marquell. Marquell was one of those strikeout victims. That would have been back in the third inning. Marquell lifts that one to the gap in left center field. That's a whole lot of trouble. Marquell's got second base easily. Will they send him to third? They will not. He will hold up at second with a leadoff double. And I think that was a good decision. That was a good throw. I think it was Kellums who got to it and fired it back in. But that's the 8-hole hitter coming up with a leadoff double. And now the catcher, Nolan Rogers, stands in with a scoring chance for the Spartans. Rogers is going to square to bunt, but that's foul. Trying to get Marquell over to third. You do have the top of your order due up next with Shane Bardwell. And Bardwell is a dangerous hitter. His only hit today was an infield single, but he can do plenty of damage at the plate. Now, Rogers is hitting .312 this year. He does have 8 RBIs. See if they keep the bunt sign on. Was ready to swing, but he didn't swing, and he takes a strike. Carroll had Newhouser playing in on the grass, and now he'll back up. 2-strike count. Probably not thinking bunt here. That's on the ground, but foul. And Rogers will stay alive for another pitch. Officially, Rogers has 32 at-bats this season. And that's on the corner for strike 3. Again, unofficially, that's now 9 strikeouts for Aiden Steffen. Shane Bardwell, the leadoff hitter, stands in. 1 down, 1 on for the Spartans. Off the plate for ball 1. Bardwell at the dish, Haley on deck, and Stockwell's in the hole. So you got dangerous hitters due up for Homestead. And even down 2, this is a chance to do some serious damage. And several big pitches coming up here for Steffen. That one misses outside. It's almost like what Jim Thome would do with his stance. He would kind of flip the bat forward with his right hand. Big left-handed hitter. And often, as it seemed with a flick of the wrist, Thome could hit the ball out of the yard the other way. And I got to think that Bardwell was taken all the way there with a 3-0 count. It's now 3-1. But now that he's seen a strike, I got to think he's got the green light. Swing and a miss. I think he had the green light, but got a tough pitch to hit from Steffen. That's been the case most of this game. Steffen's been mowing guys down. He's got 9 strikeouts, looking for number 10 against a really good hitter, with other good hitters due up. Bardwell wants time. That time was called before Steffen went. Sorry about that, folks. I had a cough coming on. Time was called before Steffen went into his windup. On the corner for a called strike. And Bardwell is down on strikes. Now, one of the differences between Carroll and Homestead in this game is Carroll has been able to score with runners in scoring position. Homestead's one run came with a man on first. That does catch the corner for a strike to Luke Haley. He's 1 for 2. He doubled in a run his last time up. He's looking to get another run home from second after that leadoff single by Marquell. He pops this one up to the right side. Newhouser back. Newhouser looking for it, and it drops. He didn't make the catch. And the run is in with Marquell running with 2 outs. That will be scored as an error, likely on Newhouser. Had a chance to make the catch, couldn't pull it in. Might have run into one of his guys out there in right field. He had Geiger going back and Corzine coming in, and now Dave Ginder is out to have a word with Steffen. Carroll does have some action in the bullpen. Another look at this play. Luke Haley will take the run. With it being an error, he won't get credit for an RBI. Here's another look at this. I think Newhouser maybe heard footsteps and dropped the ball. I'm not sure Corzine ran into him. I think he just couldn't make the catch over his shoulder. But now Homestead has the tying run at first. And Gray Stockwell at the dish. Stockwell takes downstairs for ball 1. Stockwell at the dish, Charlie Herr on deck. Looked to me like the guys in the Homestead dugout were doing the Florida State Seminoles tomahawk chop. Something that the Atlanta Braves fans also do. Not sure if Stockwell is committed to college anywhere. Popped up. Nichols back, and he'll run out of room. And a 2-strike count on Gray Stockwell with a runner on first. 0-2 the count. That's upstairs. Actually, they had the count at 0-2, then changed it to 2-2, so I'll change my scoreboard as well. There goes the runner. That's ball 3, and Haley's in.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
We go to the 6th inning. It looks like McDonald is back out there on the mound for Homestead. The Spartans get a run across there in the top of the 5th, or the bottom of the 5th rather. Maybe not the way they wanted it, but they'll take it. Luke Haley with a flare to right field. And Newhouser looked like he had it but couldn't hold on. And, maybe Corzine did run into him at the end of that play. Yeah, in those kind of situations, somebody's got to call who's got it. And the right fielder does have priority in a situation like that, so he could call off Newhouser, Corzine that is, if he thinks he's got a play on it. And then both Newhouser and Geiger would have to give way. Carroll still with the lead, though, as Patrick Kane, the number 7 hitter in Carroll's batting order, comes to the plate here in the 6th. That one runs inside, and it's a 1-0 count. McDonald out there for his 2nd inning of work for Homestead. Boy, that looked low. It's called strike 1. That's well off the plate. A 2-1 count on Kane. He's reached on an error. Grounded into a fielder's choice. That's taken for a strike on the inside corner. That one misses outside, and the count runs full. Somebody's saying stay consistent. Well, I certainly thought that pitch was outside, so I think the right call was made. Here's the payoff. That's ball 4. The leadoff man is aboard for the Chargers, and Carter Irons will stand in. He reached on a bunt single his last time up. As far as the hit totals are concerned, Carroll has 5 hits. Homestead has 4. Swing and a miss by Irons. Here's the 0-1, and that is in there. Throwback down to first. It's bobbled by Deem. And Kane is safe. Irons will step out. Dave Ginder had a little something to say there. Dave Ginder's the head baseball coach. Dan Ginder, the athletic director at Carroll. Swing and a miss. And Irons is down on strikes. Aiden Corzine stands in. He put down a sac bunt his last time up. Ultimately led to Carroll taking a 3-1 lead. That now at 3-2. Top of the order is due up next with Kellums. He's the one who brought home the go-ahead run and an extra insurance run on an RBI single. Hit it through the legs of Luke Haley for a single. That's right over the heart of the plate. A 1-2 count on Corzine. But again, Kellum's a dangerous hitter due up next. That's down and away. The runner goes. There will not be a throw. That's catcher's indifference. And with one out, Corzine looking to drive home a huge run, but it's a swing and a miss. And we've got 2 down here in inning number 6. Alder Kellums has already driven in 2 runs today, and he's looking to drive in a third. One of those 2 runs is the difference in the ball game right now. McDonald going to step off. And Kellums takes upstairs for a ball. He bounces that one foul. Kellums is 2 for 2, a single and an RBI double. He's also walked. Rogers going to have a little word with McDonald. It was Rhett Geiger who went to get the loose ball. He's in the hole. That was Rhett Swoverlin who went to get the loose ball. Riley Geiger is the man on deck. Swoverlin's in the hole. Looks like the wind's picked up a little bit. Slap foul, that's going out of play. Homestead does have the better record coming into this game, 15-6 to 11-8 for Carroll, but it's a chance for Carroll to come away with a big win. Or sometimes you have to throw records out the window when these 2 teams play. That ball's lifted into right center field. That's a whole lot of trouble. Kellums drills it to the gap. He's got a run home. He's got 2 bags, and he's going for 3. Kellums slides in with a triple. And Carroll is up 4-2. Alder Kellums have a night. He's singled twice, and now he's tripled, and now Geiger will look to get him home. Get a little insurance for the Chargers. Again, that pitch looked low, but it's called a strike. Geiger does have a hit in this ball game. He's 1 for 3. Takes that one downstairs to even the count at 1 apiece. On the ground to second. Melton scoops it and gets the out at first, but Carroll gets a little insurance off the bat of Alder Kellums. He's got 3 RBIs in this ball game, and I'll go ahead and show you his 3rd ribby of the night. And this ball was drilled to the right center field gap. In fact, went well over the head of Gray Stockwell out in center. The replay, as always, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. This was a rip off the bat of Kellums. And I think that bounced all the way against the base of the wall. My apologies, folks. I didn't see that. Looked like that ball landed either up against the base of the wall or maybe even on the warning track. So that ball was absolutely drilled by Alder Kellums. And Carroll with a 2-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th, looking to hold on. This is not Homestead's last chance to score, but if they don't take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning, you can guarantee that they'll be batting in the bottom of the 7th. You know, Carroll wants to take this thing into the 7th, holding on to this 2-run lead and looking to add some more insurance. Charlie Herr, Aiden Phillips, and Blake Melton all due up for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 6th. Herr, a really good infielder. Unfortunately, he's got 2 errors at shortstop tonight. First pitch swinging. It's a fly ball into center field. Kellums back, still back, and makes the catch. Alder Kellums had to keep on backtracking to make that play, but he got it. Aiden Phillips at the dish. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He sends that one up the middle. Irons gets to it, fires in time from short. Carter Irons having a ball game at shortstop. That ball looked like it was headed up the middle, and Irons tracked it down to get out number 2. Blake Melton's reached base twice, once via a double, and he takes that on the corner for a called strike. Foul tipped. He got just a piece of it. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Would have still been strike 2. I believe this is Steffen still out on the mound for Carroll. At this point, 5 2/3 innings. That one misses inside. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Aiden Steffen. I believe that's number 11 for the game. So Carroll will come to bat in the 7th, looking to get some insurance when we come back on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions, but I ain't really the game on we make. Shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably wanna get me on hopping out Lamborghinis. The youngest turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't
I think I have to correct myself. I believe that was actually Owen McClure who was on the mound for Carroll. Got the strikeout to close out the bottom of that 6th inning. Carroll will come to bat here in the top of the 7th. Rhett Swoverlin, Eli Newhouser, and Blake Fitzpatrick due up for the Carroll Chargers as they're looking to add on a little insurance before we go to the top of the 7th. They know Homestead's got a bat in the bottom of the 7th. Carroll's looking to add on before we get there as that pitch is down in the dirt. I believe that's McDonald still out there. This will be his 3rd inning of work. In relief of Mason Gutman. Downstairs 2-0. Carroll does have some good bats coming to the plate. Eli Newhouser's already got an RBI in this ball game. That was hammered but foul. And if we get that far, you'll have to face Cooper Nichols. And he's having a great season. In the dirt, 3-1. McDonald delivers. Popped him up, left side. Haley calls off everybody and makes a catch. Had to backpedal before he caught it, but he made the play. And Eli Newhouser will come to bat for Carroll. Newhouser's already driven in a run in this ball game. Fly ball, that is well hit. Bardwell started in, and he'll make the catch. I thought that was going to go over his head. Instead, it's out number 2. Blake Fitzpatrick will stand in with 2 outs for the Chargers. Off the plate from McDonald. I believe Alex is the younger brother of Eli McDonald, the former Homestead Spartan. Eli was a really good hitter when he put on the blue and gold. That one apparently just caught the corner. 2-1 the count on Blake Fitzpatrick. He's reached once via a walk today. That's on the ground to short. Herr gets eaten up by it. This has been a tough day for Charlie Herr. That's error number 3 against Homestead. All have gone against Herr. We're going to have a pinch runner as Cooper Nichols stands in with a man on. And Nichols can do a lot of damage. Charlie Herr's a good infielder, but he's had a few grounders come his way that he's not been able to take care of. 0-1 the count on Nichols. That one's called a strike. Again, it looked low and away, but it's an 0-2 count on Nichols. Trying to help get some insurance for Carroll. There goes the runner. It's bounced toward first, but foul. To the count. Fly ball into center field. Stockwell back, makes a catch. And Carroll's going to try and close it out in the bottom of the 7th. Homestead looks to rally when we come back on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
You know, folks, that might actually still be Aiden Steffen who's out there on the mound. I thought I saw 25 walking off the field at the end of the 6th inning, but that might still be Aiden Steffen. It's the bottom of the order coming up for Homestead. Connor Deem, who's hitless in this ball game, leads it off. He'll be followed by Sam Marquell and Nolan Rogers. Carroll trying to close it out. Looked like Deem was squaring to bunt on the first pitch, and he pulls it back. That's well off the plate again, 2-0. Carroll does have action in the pen. The 2-0 and swung on and missed at a breaking ball. Homestead beat Carroll 16-8 at Carroll High School earlier this year. Carroll trying to get some revenge, and that's a good pitch. 2-2 the count. They'll play again at Homestead on Thursday. Swing and a miss. Deem is gone on strikes. Sam Marquell will stand in for the Spartans. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter on deck, batting for Nolan Rogers. That's on the corner for a called strike. Marquell doubled his last time up. Fly ball in the air to center field. Kellums looks like he's got a beat on it, and he does. Out number 2 here in the 7th. Last chance for the Spartans. Markwell gave it a ride just like he did the last time up. Forrest Dorsman, the pinch hitter here for Homestead, hitting in Nolan Rogers' spot. He needs to come through here to get the tying run aboard. Get the tying run to the plate, rather. Ground ball to first. Newhouser will take it, and Carroll is the winner. The Chargers even up the season series with the Spartans to go to 12-8 overall on the season with a 4-2 win here at Parkview Field. The Carroll Chargers take down the Spartans at Parkview Field again. I believe it was 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, they did the same thing. But Carroll a winner, 4-2 over Homestead tonight. They go to 12-8 on the year. Homestead drops to 15-7, and they'll meet again on Thursday at Summit Middle School, where Homestead's ball field is. But Carroll's the winner today, winning 4-2 over Homestead. It's time to award our Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. It's going to be Alder Kellums. He comes up with 3 RBIs, goes 3 for 3 at the dish. Alder Kellums, your Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game. A 4-2 win for the Carroll Chargers over the Homestead Spartans, and I will remind you that we've got more baseball from Parkview Field coming up tomorrow. Churubusco versus Canterbury is the first game. That's a 4:30 start. And then Eastside versus West Noble at 7 o'clock. And that will round out the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Classic. So we've got the PSM Baseball Classic for one more night. But tonight, Carroll's a winner 4-2 over Homestead. So until tomorrow, for Matt Jackson, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Parkview Field. You've been watching the PSM Baseball Classic on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our